Hello everybody, back here again for Friday the 20th, and pretty much didn't feel like I got too much accomplished today. I ended up having my car dropped off at a shop a few days ago and hadn't heard anything from, so I'd run out there today and kind of see if they'd figured out what was going on with it. The car was making a really weird grinding sound in the brakes. It had not been completely reproducible all the time. So I told them to leave it there overnight, and they were going to have the main mechanic there drive it in the morning, and he hadn't got around to it. I think they kind of forgot to tell him or whatever. I'm not really sure exactly what happened. But I got there today, and the owner told me to take the guy out with me. Went for a drive, and it did a little bit, but not a lot, not as bad as it had been in the past. So I went ahead and at least had got determined that it was doing noises that it wasn't supposed to do. Because earlier when the owner drove it a few days ago, he said he didn't hear anything that was outside the norm, and it was loud enough that my elderly neighbor that I take to the doctor could hear it. So when it's definitely something that she's asking me, what the heck is that noise, I know that it's making noise that it shouldn't be making. So went ahead and heard it again, brought it in, got the one wheel off and looked at the hub, and it had a crack in the hub, so it was a good start. I went ahead and he ended up on the phone at that point. So I went ahead and basically asked if I could use the tools, and actually gave me crap, asked me why it wasn't off the car yet. And I told him I don't touch another man's tools without permission. So I went ahead and he told me to go ahead and knock it off. So I pulled the second wheel off, and it wasn't nearly as bad, but there was like a weird, if you see where like metal knives are made, or like samurai swords and that, they just like take a piece of metal and keep folding it over and folding it over, and you have those weird ledges of the metal kind of sticking through, kind of like that. It looked like that on that one also, and I thought, what the heck, I'll just go ahead and just replace them both. They can't be that expensive. Called local parts store. They had them in stock, which was really weird for a 99 Bonneville to actually have drum brakes, the drum itself in stock. But only thing thinks they must fit a handful of cars, which is probably pretty common because it's just a drum, so nothing major there. Went back, threw them back in the car myself. I got the wheels and tires all bolted back up. Drove it out. Heard a little bit of noise when I first drove it, but I think it was just the actual shoes seating into the drum because they were basically adjusted in to make it fit. So haven't had much chance really. I drove it, I don't know, 5 miles, but like I said before, the problem wasn't always reproducible. So I'm not certain I've actually whipped the problem yet. I'll know a lot more 2 or 3 drives into this, and it seems like in the morning it would do it worse than the afternoon, but who knows? It might be the fact that it's extra cold and it's warmed back up, because usually done on warm days. Hopefully Sunday it's going to warm up here. I'll get a chance to see if it's still making the noise or not. So main reason I went ahead and took it out there to them was the fact that my garage here is just absolutely a mess still. There's no way I'm going to get a car in here to do any work on it, and it really wasn't worth the hassle of trying to get, I've got to get this cleaned up, but I was never going to get it done in time to get the brakes fixed in that car. So, and it's just stupid cold out there right now. It's not worth messing with either. So my plan was actually to turn the rotors. We saw the crack in it. I said, heck, let's just replace it, because they probably want, I'm going to guess, 14 to 25 bucks to turn them. I think the drums were probably $30, something like that. Not even. They were 20 some odd dollars a piece. So it wouldn't have been much more money to buy new. No worrying about the imperfections on it. So anyway. I'll go ahead and throw a picture of the garage to kind of give you guys an idea, kind of throw something like that in here. Other than that, pretty much nothing major going on. I did have a couple little setbacks. My wife never comes out to the garage. She's never out here. I'd kind of harassingly given her a hard time a long time ago. It was kind of like the no girls allowed thing with the Little Rascals Clubhouse, but she's been here a few times off and on. I had made that door that there's a video up there, which I don't know if it's up yet or not, so it'll be up soon. I made a little old vintage door that I cut in half, made a shelf out of it, brought her out to let her see it, and I started telling her a little bit of what else I've been doing out here, kind of getting things cleaned up, putting the cooler boxes up on the roof, all that kind of thing. And the wood stove was rocking last night, so it was nice and warm in here, and she came in and she had her coat on, her sweater, her basically her scarf, all that good stuff. And about 4 different times kept saying how she was getting, starting to get too hot and that. And I said, well, undo your jacket. And she's like, well, I'd have to zip it back up to go back out. And she was just in a desperate attempt to get out of here. And I don't know, felt really kind of just crappy, the fact that she wasn't willing to, have any interest in what I was doing out here. So I don't know if any of you guys else experience that, but it kind of, I don't know, it's just disheartening when you are kind of excited about something, you're trying to explain it to somebody else that you care about, and you hope they care about what you care about, and it's clearly they don't care at all about what you care about. So, but it's just kind of one of those things that I guess stuff happens, and you got to move on. Hopefully she'll be in a better mood, and she'll want to actually pay attention at some time, but who knows? I guess we'll see what happens as time goes on. Hope you guys are liking these. Kind of get off topic at times, but who knows where they're going to go. So anyway, go ahead and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day.